How many of you remember, kids, you remember when Jesus comes into the temple and he starts pushing tables over? Yeah? It's one of my favorite scriptures, partly because Jesus then says, my house shall be a house of prayer, right? But listen, in John, the disciples, right after Jesus has pushed all these tables over and he's come down with a whip, and like this is one of those moments that you're like, whoa, I don't know if I would have wanted to be near Jesus or in the temple. But the disciples remember, zeal for your house will consume me. What's the point? Jesus is revealing the zeal that he has for this house. But what really is his house, right? What does that word mean? In the Hebrew, back in Psalm 69, the word house means a family, a temple, or a people. And in Greek, it means a dwelling. So my house means my family, my people, my dwelling place. Jesus is zealous for you. His heart burns for you. His heart burns that we wouldn't make things about programs or business, but that we would make it about him. That we would turn our affection and turn our devotion completely to look at Jesus and who he is, the author and the perfecter of our faith. 1 Timothy 3:15 says, but in case I am delayed, I write to you so that you will know how one ought to conduct himself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the support of truth. The household of God is the church of the living God. So my point in all of this is this: Jesus is zealous for his church. And the reason that he's zealous is because he's jealous. Jealous? Isn't that a word that we're not supposed to use? Isn't that something that we tell our kids, like, we don't want to be jealous? Why is God jealous? Because he wants all of you. His heart is consumed for you. It's consumed with passion. That word even means intense affection. He's intensely affectionate for you, zeal for his house, to the point of saying, I will remove all barriers, hindrances, tax collectors, tables, businesses, things that don't belong in your heart and things that don't belong in the local church. I am zealous for one thing: you completely set apart before me. That's a house on fire.